Hi guys, welcome to the flight today. As with the Boeing 747-8 Lufthansa, as we're going to be doing a flight from Frankfurt down to Munich. Got Lufthansa 5-star livery, and we're just going to test out the Salty mod and see exactly what it is saying. So first time using the 747, starting it out in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, so we'll see how the systems fare and then we'll take it from there. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below. And now we get inside the cockpit and start the aircraft up. So we're in the 747. I'll put in some wing views as well so we can get them in also, which should be quite nice. So we'll go overhead, get the battery on, standby powers to auto, get on the APU gen, the external powers in 1 and 2, which is checked, get the bus tie switches on, the generator continuous are on as well. Everything's pretty much set up on a sort of front section, I would say. As we go into the FMC, we'll get Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot in, and we're going to be coming in for Echo Delta Delta Mike. Get the positioning of the aircraft as well, okay, which is checked. Punch that through, we should be able to get one. It should be right there, and just punch that in there. That's all good for us there. So that's the positioning. Anakin, good evening, my man. Yeah, it's a Salty mod, 747, a sort of mod that goes in for the 787, but not a lot. Not everything is workable. Majority of everything's stuck on, like the trim air packs, they're all stuck on. The only things that are movable really is the APU bleed, the gens, the bus tyres, and the IRSs, I think. So let's put them all to nav as well. There we go. So we'll see what happens there. IRS align, it might just reset itself, not too sure. So we'll just wait and see exactly what happens. So it says 6 minutes for left, centre and right for the IRSs. So yeah, there's some things that work on it, some things that don't. It's the first time for like setting it up properly in the sim, but I have noticed that not all the buttons etc work. So we're going to be leaving out for 25 left. We're taking out on the Cindy 2 Foxtrot, which is set. Over on our routing, from Cindy we take the Zulu 74, which should go in. Take us to Harlem, the Tango 104. Okay, so we're going to have to put them all in manually. So we're going to Harem. Oops. Okay, let's just get that out. So put Harem in. Then from Harem we've got the Tango 104, which will take us to Rockhill. And then we're coming in for the arrival for the Rockhill 1 Bravo. So I don't know how we get out of that. Should take us back. Should be a button to take us back. We've done all of that. We can execute that off. Back to our route. Not sure why we can't get the arrival in. It's just got the departures. There we go. So for the arrival we've got the Rockhill 1 Bravo. And we're going to be coming in for the ILS 26 left. And we are going to transition for Otter. Okay, which is in. That should be all set up and ready. All the perfs are going to be in. Got quite a lot on the perf for the reserves. Cruise altitude is going to be flight level 230, so not very high at all. Cost index is 151. So we'll see how the aircraft fares, we'll see what the physics are like, see if it's done anything to the original 747. So we're going for 230, not very high. On our thrust, we'll take full takeoff, not sure we can do a climb, but then if we pump that in there, we'll take it all to full climb, as we are quite heavy today. Going to do a flaps 10, which is in and set. Not sure about our V speeds there. It's 159, 176 and 190 for V2, so quite heavy. Okay, 196, Get 230 in. We can pump that through. Oops. IRSs will be aligned in 3 minutes time. Okay, so 230, which is in. Can start the APU up. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see the APU start up at all. That'll be something else. So none of the panels work, so there we go. So we've got some panels working there. We can see on the info, flight controls, fuel, etc. We'll wait and see if the APU does start up. It should pump on. Get the APU gen on as well. Give that a few minutes. Still got another 2-3 minutes until we do go out anyway, so we'll wait for the APU to come in. That should blow us up. Let's get all the panel lights, see if they work. So we've got some sort of lighting. Got inbound, outbound, so they all do brighten up, which is all good. It's nice to see. Got some wing views as well. We've got our left and our right for takeoff. 2 minutes to go for the IRSs. The APU should come on, so if I take the external power out, it should now start to work. Let's put that back in. There we go. Hope that didn't wipe us out. So the APU's on now. As you can hear, that's all good. We'll put our nav light on with our beacon. Don't really need the logo. Let's see what all these do, see if they light up. So we get all of the fuels in. Okay. So not all the buttons work on the mod, but on Friday we'll have the A310, so we'll be able to get nice and stuck in with that, which will definitely be something nice to have a crack at. Window heat can both be set on, which are checked. Get the fasten seatbelt signs to on. 1 minute to go till the line, and then we're going to push straight out. I'm just going to go straight out and then taxi for 25 right, as there is a tablet here, but it doesn't seem to work unless I'm mistaken. So get the QNHs for Frankfurt. (1015). Hey, which is in. Just check over on the other side. 1015, which is also in 0 minutes, so the irises should come in. Let's check to see what works down there. Okay, so I've got the position in. That is all in. So I'm just waiting for the IRSs to come to life. Hopefully they do. So 0 minutes, probably give it 1 more minute, then they should bounce on. Okay, so there's the IRSs. Get everything on, we'll get the terrain on if that works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get the engines all ready and set to go. So the aircraft's pretty much all set and ready to leave. There's not a lot of buttons that do work on it. Got the engine starts right here. Now we've got the fuel cut-offs, which are just above. So let's go ahead and start. Let's put the stabs in. Start at 3 and 4. Let's see exactly what happens. Okay, so they start pretty quick, pretty shifty. Okay, we see EGT slowly rise up as the engines now start to power through. in your mums. Hey, both of you are well. So engine number 2 and 3 will come in. So let's look at the engines. Let's have fuel. So we're going to get engine number 1 and 2 in. Okay, there's our routing. We're going out to TA. What I didn't do was pump all the engines through, so let's just power these on that one more time. What do you mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump them back. It's not very accurate on the aircraft. Yeah. So all of them are spinning. I'm just waiting for the fuel to go in. Nothing seems to be happening, to be honest. So let me pump that through. The APU bleeds on. That's all available. Try it one more time. These are all up to 25. They're slowly coming in. Made a balls up of it, but we'll see what happens. Everything's all on. The packs you can't turn off anyway, so they should come on anyway. The APU's on, but I'm missing something here. Isolation valves you can't touch. I'm sure you're going to have the engine bleeds on as well, which I doubt. So it'd be like a dual bleed. They're both there on 0.9. It's not firing, so not really sure what's going on, to be honest. Shut them off. The APU bleed off. Let them all bounce down. Then we'll try that again. They're going to switch over the buses anyway. Alright. So we'll go for 3 and 4. And we'll try it again. Okay, 3 and 4 are in. So they're coming to life now. Hey Drip, good morning my man. Hope you're doing well my friend. I thought we'd take the 747 out for a quick spin tonight. Try it out, see what the mod's saying for the Salty, for the Boeing 747. Not every button works, but it works to an extent. It works to an acceptable standard. 3 and 4s, we get all the bleeds on as well. Okay, so 3 and 4 are in. Let's try 1 and 2. Totally there we go. So this should all power. There we go. There's brake pressure coming for the hydraulics. So we got there in the end. So there's the buses switching over now. Okay, that's all in. Let's go over to the airport. Let's go to takeoff. Center of gravity is at 6.1. Okay, 6.1, which is in. Power stab, everything is on. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's have a look. That should knock them out. Fuel low, left, center, and right. Okay, knock them through. So that's us all set. It should be switched over now. The APU can be switched over. Yeah, let's switch the APU off. I said then knock them off. So that's us now ready and set to leave. 196230. I'm going to taxi straight out for runway 25, which is just here for 25 left. So we get our taxi lights on, runway turn off lights. Tell the cabin that we are ready to leave, and we can now get set to go. So I'm going to release the brake, and we can now get ready to leave. Okay, so let's power on up. Not sure where the toga button is for this aircraft. Not sure, we just put the auto throttle. Not too sure. We've got 95% N1 when we do come out. Take a left and a right, and then we'll go up to the end of 25 left. Trim 6.1, which is set. Seatbelt signs are on. Flaps 10, which will drop down. Okay. Is set. As we get ready to lovely Munich. 25 left's just there over to the left of us. I'm just going to go down to the end, and that'll be us set for our departure. Romeo 3 should be the last left. So here's the aircraft. Though it doesn't look that fast because we're so high up in the cockpit. Doing 25 on our ground speed, it would look like we're flying if it was in the 737. Okay, there's our left, which we're going to take to join on. So I'm not sure where all our lights have gone. That's another thing. Flight director, which should be 1. So everything seems to have sort of freezed, I think. Something like that. Yeah, everything seems to freeze for some reason. Here's our left hand turn, I'll figure it out in a second. Do we need to get the bus ties on? Yeah, maybe the generator continues. So once we get the generators on, all the lights should come on as well. Okay, so let's get the generators on. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Our landing lights, we are ready for takeoff. Strobes can also go on as well, which are checked. Okay, so we line up for 2 left now. Oh really? Let me see if that fixed it. Let me just have a look quick. So I'm not sure what it is. The mic's fitted in properly. Shouldn't be anything over the mic. That should be it, I think. Apologies if it's a little bit down. But we are ready to leave, so what we can do is we will power on up. There's our departure, which we leave out. Get on over VNAV in. And we are ready now to depart. So push forward on the column. Powering up to around 45%. And tow. Okay, yeah, speed of life. About 100 knots, neutron column. Rotate. So give her a little tug. Oof. A little bit choppy coming through. Right, the rates can come on. Okay, positive rating, gear up. And made our left hand turns. Physics are very jumpy on this aircraft, Jesus. And we need N1 power. There we go, so out to 250. There we go. So throttle revs out. Let's follow that left hand turn now. So the aircraft doesn't want to climb for some reason. Get flight level changing. We'll see if the throttle's power run up. Let's follow the flight director. We leave out very low. Literally skimming trees. 230. She's in. Okay, so we'll get CMDA in. We'll just see what the aircraft does. It shouldn't be descending. This is what happens when you roll with a standard aircraft. It's just built with the aircraft. So there we go. We've got our flaps up. Ready for flaps 1. Very funky aircraft. Okay, there's our flaps 1. Get the VNAV back in, see what it does. Should be speeding us up, if anything. Okay, 203, flaps 5 which are up and checked. Runway tunnel flights can be turned off, taxis can be turned off as well. Okay, VNAV speeds in. We're on our legs. So there's nothing there really. Push that through. There we go, aircraft will pitch down now to start speeding up. There's flaps 5. And there's flaps 1. There's 260. That'll be our flaps up. Then once we pass 10,000 feet, we'll be able to then speed up to our climb, and then I'll let the VNAV do what it's got to do. Once we get past to Cindy, then we get to Harum for 23035, so speeds are missing out at that point. But apart from that, seems to be okay. Okay, flaps are up now. Send out Frankfurt. Okay, just pass through 8005, let VNAV come in, and there we go, start to speed up. Landing lights can all go off, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The aircraft does have a top of descent point built into it as well, so I'm not sure if it will show up on VNAV. IXEG VNAV 279230, which is set. Okay, top of descent's 122 nautical miles. Time till the A310. Sets out 747. You guys see what it's like. How it handles, etc. 10,000 feet, going to our climb speed now. Let's go up to 230. try and disconnect. If it knocks out the voice, then you guys won't have anything. So I'll give it a try. So hopefully that's resolved it. Or maybe just turn it down a little. Let me know if that's resolved it. I pulled the plug out and put it back in. But if not, pal, you take care and I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe, my friend. So we're now tracking the 132. So that's pretty much it now as we climb up for 230. It's going to be a quick flight today as we rise up. It's not going to be a very long one, around 30 minutes, and then that'll be it. So seatbelt signs are off as the aircraft now powers up to 230. Okay, so I don't know what's causing that crackle to come in on the mic. Hopefully it does resolve itself. If it doesn't, it'll probably be fixed on the next stream. So it sounds like it's fixed now, so that should be alright. So as we carry on now, I'm going to go up to flight level 230. And as you can see, there's no crackle now, so that should be all fixed. So I can hear it through there too. So as we just hit 18,000 feet, flaps are fully retracted, get the seatbelt sign off, which is checked, so cabin can be released. Let's now power our way through to lovely Munich. Lovely wings of the 747. As we see them just bobbing about a little. Just lift up a little. There we go. So you guys can catch the tips. And then we're coming for runway 26 left. It's going to be down for a lovely Munich. There's 200 now passing, 230 just coming in. Let's now make our way up to Elmox, and that'll be us set for the arrival down into 26. So we're going to hit Mike for the initial approach fix. Ottersberg's our initial approach fix, so we don't really need Mike, but we're going to move around from there as we come in for the Rockhill 1 Bravo. So initial approach fix Mike, or the ILS. Our initial approach fix is Ottersberg, so we didn't need to put Mike in, but we'll just run a left to right. And then as we come through, we make a left hand turn onto the 261. Once we get our approach speed and everything, we're coming down the 3-degree glide path. This approach point is 0.7 DME from the India Mike Sierra Whiskey, which is the localizer, or it'll be 1.6 DME from the VOR, which is the 1150. Hey, Big K, my man. Good evening, pal. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with the mic. I just pulled the mic actual out of the headphones and put it back in. It's a detachable one on the MSI one that I've got. So that seems to have fixed it, I think. Hopefully it did. So yeah, I did briefly just have a quick look, and I did see how scratchy it was with that crackle. I don't know why it was doing it, but I removed the mic and put it back in, and that seems to have fixed it. So yeah, we're back on ball. We're back on ball, mate. But I hope you're doing well, pal. Hope you're having a great evening. As we are in the 737-800. I'll just bolt along now, waiting for 2-3. A very short and sweet flight this evening. We hold 230 now. Probably stay in the mist until we get ready to come down. The METAR's down in Munich. Got light rain. QNH is 1018. 230 at 6 knots, so winds are calm. Not too choppy. Let me see how we can land this aircraft this evening. It's the first time taking the 747 on a proper flight in the sim. I've had a look at the Salty mod. Some buttons work, some don't. Not an aircraft that would fly all the time. Just thought I'd give it a crack. Something different from the 737. Yeah, no, definitely, mate. It does make good to have a change, you know. I just thought we'd just take it out, see what it's saying, and just go from there, because obviously we've got the A310 in a couple of days' time, so I will be making good use of that on the simulator front, 100%. We'll run the aircraft in with its altitude references, see how the VNAV fares. Don't think it'll be too bad, but it should run okay. It's a little bit misty up here for the time being. Let's see, there's our top of descent, which isn't too far at all. It's only literally 45 nautical miles, so I'm not sure if we can get a forecast in or not. We've only got the VNAV. That's it, progress 310. See on our legs, let's have a look and see what we got here. Down to 5,000, 4,000. So we can manually control the speed. There's Ottawa. As we come down, not really too sure what it's going to do when we come down. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll have a look and see. So let's have a look on the charts. I don't know if we can input any altitudes with this aircraft. Obviously it's not a proper study level one. So let's have a look. So there's 5,000 for Oddersberg. And Oddersberg 1.5, which is 15 DME. And then we roll to the 261. So we'll see how it fares. I'll put 5,000 in. Okay, it's just checked. And we get ready to start the descent. So yeah, it's not an aircraft that I'd fly all the time, but I mean, I'll give it a go. See what the aircraft's saying. See how well it works. 1015, switch QNH is over as well. It's just under. We don't get that either for the switch over. just practically just sitting in mist at the moment until we come down. Might start clearing now. Then we'll put the flight recorder replay system in and see how that fares as well. See what we can do on the landing aspect of things. So buckle up and get ready to come in. Okay, so there's our top of descent, just coming in. Going to get the flight recorder replay system in as well. Get that all set up. See what we can do down here in Munich. So it's just a short flight, one way this evening. Was going to go to Mexico City, but I thought we'd give it a shot and try out the 747. Might be in the Airbus tomorrow. So we're going to follow the track now from the 131 to the 143, which will be up to 230, then it's going to switch down for 5,000 feet above. Okay, for the 143. Okay, which is checked. 25 degrees of bank. Well, that's it. I thought we'd give the 747 a little try, you know, because I've never premiered it, I've never streamed it, I've never recorded with this aircraft, so I thought we'd give it a little look, see what the aircraft's like, see it from my perspective. The aircraft's okay, a few things that could be sold, but it's a default aircraft, so it's not really, you're not really going to expect the world from it, you know, but the aircraft is flyable, it is manageable to an extent, so I suppose we can't complain. As we now take that left-hand turn, which is going to then bring us on to the 074. There's vertical deviation coming. And we're going to leave now flight level 320. Okay, I'm going to get our approach speeds as well, if we can. So for the approach, rear of 30, which is 178. Plus 5, which will give us a 183. Make an auto brake number 3 when we come in. He's now travelling to Mike and put auto in, which is checked. Aircraft should start slowing down, open up speed brakes. So you can see the aircraft going into like a raging dive. Look at that, 7,000 feet per minute. That was just with the speed brakes open. What craziness. So this is why you don't fly the default aircraft. Get yourself a study aircraft, and then the aircraft will work appropriately. So that was just from opening the speed brakes up. She made the aircraft just dive. Look at that, that's with the speed brakes open. As soon as you open it, it's gone. So I don't know what that's all about. If we can open them up. Okay, so the speed brakes are armed. I'll leave it as that for now. So, what craziness. Well, absolute craziness. Open the speed brakes, we drop down about 7,000 feet per minute. 17,006, there's 2.6 to the left. And we need to get down now for 5,000 above. So, what we could do, there's our flaps up speed. 260, so really hot when we come in. The aircraft should do a left. Once it gets back on course, I'll direct it back again. So, I don't know what this aircraft is up to. I really don't. So, put the altitude in 074. It's meant to be going to Ottersberg. So, as you can see, there's Ottersberg. Okay, now back in. Let's pass through 16,000 at 8. Open up the speed window. I'll drop this down to flaps up. So yeah, that's why with the default aircrafts they are just a little bit scratchy. I'm not too sure what the A330 would be like in X-Plane 12. But yeah, I'm not going to open up the speed brakes, as doing a 7,000 feet per minute descent just from opening the speed brakes, that's pretty crazy, that is. So I'm not too sure about that one. So we'll do the speed brakes armed. There's Oddberg, 16,003. I'm going to get the aircraft flown down to 5,000 feet, which we need to come down the Vina 5,000 above. I'm going to get that down for 5,000 for Nelby. And for Ottersberg, we're not going to get down for 5,000. We're not going to burn 10,000 feet within 13 nautical miles. So we'll just have to see what happens on that front. Slow the aircraft down a little bit more now. Open up into a flaps 1 and a flaps 5. Okay, come down in vertical speed. Oh, we got flaps 10 open. I'll slow us down just a little bit. Yeah, that's just because of the overspeed. As soon as we drop down on that, that'll clear off, which is checked. Passing through 15,000 feet to intercept onto the runway. Going to be going down for 5,000, which is fine. So hold 5,000 all the way for Nelby, which is cool. There's Ottersberg. Then we make that left-hand turn to then track inbound into 26 left. So we'll see what happens. Runway's going to be just over there. There's a runway, which you can just see. As we now descend through flight level 139, switch QNH is over once we pass around 6,000 feet. It's 240. And we can now slow down to flaps 10, which is 200. Okay, which is checked. It's 13,000 now. Oh wait, turn off lights, taxis can go on. We get landing lights all in and checked. Seatbelt signs. Chart in. There's the ILS system, which is also in as well. Take down to 12,000. These are up now for 1,500 feet per minute. Okay, there's our flaps 10. So yeah, it's a funky aircraft. It's a funky aircraft indeed. So So I'll see what it does with all the jolting as it re-establishes itself. If not, we'll vector ourselves and then get ready to come in. So just passing 11,009. The track inbound to the order 15 DME 051. So what I'm going to do is, that's a little bit tight, as you can see. So if we vector ourselves off to the 075, running heading select, that will give us a nice left-hand turn. Press the intercept down for 26 right. Yeah, it is. It's a funky aircraft for sure. Definitely on that front. It is a funky aircraft. So I'm not going to do too much playing about with it, but we'll vector ourselves off as we're still doing 200 knots. And once we just pass the ISO 15, we can make a nice left-hand turn to get ready to intercept. We can see we've got localizer and the glide slope in now. As we pass 10,000 feet, 1500, the aircraft's just holding in. Okay, so 5,000 just there, we'll make a left, so we'll just make it onto the runway just in time. Whoops. You see? There you go. See that? That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Crackers. That is crackers. This aircraft's actually on a madness. Yeah, you really have to keep an eye on this aircraft, 100%. It's very crunky. I don't know, words can't explain how it is, but it's not a bad aircraft. The salty mod isn't too bad, I can't fob it off too much. But that's why you get payware aircrafts, because they're more study level and the physics are a damn sight better. I don't even know what the landing's going to be like this evening, that's something else, that's another story to be told. Okay, so we start making our left-hand turn now. Then we should be all good to go to intercept for the ILS. I'll give you guys a wing view as well. We'll do the outside view when we get the replay system in. And I'll also give you guys a wing view of the arrival as well. Them lovely bouncy wings. So that's us all set. 5,000 feet is where we start the descent down. I don't think we do go down to 4,000. I think it's 5,000 straight for the glide slope. Oh, it would definitely be interesting. I can remember this aircraft was quite sharp. So there's a glide slope coming up now, slowly but surely. It shouldn't activate unless the localizer comes in. You can capture the glide slope from below. So I'm not sure what it's going to do. Get the approach in. So there's a glide slope and localizer captured on the arm for the PFD. So we're just going to wait for them to capture. That should be okay for us. Glide slope slowly coming up, 6,003 now. QNH is 1018 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1018. QNH is set. 6,000 feet, start hooking the aircraft along. 1,000 to go. There's the localizer in. Most speed, flaps 20. Airport's inside, we've got gear down. So, wish us luck as we get ready to land in the rocket. So localizer's in. Just waiting for that glide slope to come in. Should come in. If not, we're going to have to go down and capture it. So it is in now. Just hasn't switched over. As we now track back for the airport, localizer will come back over as well. So we'll see what happens on this arrival. I don't know what the landing rate is going to be. Good evening, pal. Hope you're doing well, mate. I'm using the Thrustmaster 16000 T or M, whichever one it is, the joystick and throttles. So the glide slope hasn't switched over, but it's definitely following it down. That's semi-goes as well. Not sure if we can switch that out. So, no, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Okay, 2500. Thanks, my man. Yeah, so I was using the Hotus X, but both the throttles and the joystick are sort of like conjoined together with just a minor wire. At least with this 16000, you've got two separate USBs. So if you was to have like a home simulator or something, you could have them on separate sides. So yeah, I've got full control. So I don't know why the glide slope didn't switch over, but it's following it. So that's another thing, probably a bug maybe. Okay, we'll go down to flaps 30. Whoa, crazy, crazy. Which was going to be our 181. Absolutely mad speeds coming in. As you can see with the approach, 178 should be 183. Wow. On to brake number 4. Hey, thanks, my man. I'm going to need all the luck we can get with the physics of this aircraft. I'm sure we'll be alright. I'm sure it shouldn't be too bad. So, landing checklist, gears down, green light, and flaps 30, which is set, established on the glide slope, or the ILS, which is all set in. I'm going to disconnect now, so we can then fly the aircraft manually. Autopilot's disconnected, auto throttle's disconnected, and I have control of the aircraft, so let's see what this aircraft can do. Wish me luck. Yeah, just lift up a little. Okay, there's one red. Glide slope's coming down now. Don't want to overspeed. Try not to lose the speed. The aircraft likes to kind of drop down, as you can see. Okay, 2 red, 2 white. Continue. Whoa. What madness. Okay, so speed brakes are up and reversers are active. Well, the physics are definitely gone in this aircraft, I can tell you that. It was stable on the way down, but flaring, that was something else. What absolute madness. Okay, so 80 knots, thrust can be reversed, manual braking. As we now get ready to turn off. Yeah, we'll see what we do with the A310 on Friday. That'll be something else. As soon as that comes out, that'll be a nice touch. Thanks, my man. Thanks, guys. We gave it our best. We tried. Okay, strobes can go off as well. I'm going to park her up literally just over on the stand over here. And then we can have a look at the replay and see how the aircraft fared on its way down. As I was pulling back on the joystick, I was nearly going full back, but couldn't compensate for the descent rate. So we'll just make sure we check that the speed brakes are up. Okay, get the speed brakes in. Okay, there they go, they're back in. That's going to be fully retracted now. So we'll have a look at the landing from outside, and then we'll do a we'll have a look from the wing view of what it looked like as well as we bounced in. So we can get the flight directors off now. Just don't need them. With flight directors aren't off. Don't know why we can't turn none of them off. They're all stuck. But all in all, the aircraft's alright. It's not a bad aircraft, I guess. Okay, I'm just going to park up over here, get this big aircraft out of the way so we can have a look at the landing and see what that was saying outside. Looks like some horrible clouds are coming over in Munich. So I should imagine there's going to be like a big thunderstorm or something maybe brewing. That's it, my man, down in one piece without the exception of our wits. Definitely agree on that. Definitely. We've still got the wings and the engines, so haven't got the landing gear, so we should be grateful. Okay, so we'll power in here, and then what we'll do is, so I haven't even got none of the cancels off for the engine display, so I'm going to park right here, stop it here, and then we'll get down at the replay system and have a look at that. So just give me 1 second and we'll load that up and we'll see how it fares. So we'll do an outside view of the arrival, and then we'll do a wing view of the arrival, and we'll see how that fares as well. So let me just get this up so we can get onto the runway. I'll get the view set and then we can do it. So there we are, aircraft's down. Let's reset that. Okay. So you can see there's some horrible weather coming down from Munich by the looks of it. Okay, so we'll do about there, catch a little bit of downtown as well. Okay, so we'll have a look outside, then we'll go into a wing view and see what that's saying as well. A little rainbow too. We'll do outside. Make sure the speed brakes are up as well. So they're armed, that's fine. Okay, so enjoy the landing, guys. That's where the autopilot's out now.
Minimums. 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
A bit of a banger. As she blew in. Okay, what we'll do is we'll check out the wing view as well, see what that's saying too. Okay, so that was where the trim came in. So guys, I'm going to leave you with the wing view. Thanks for joining me this evening. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any comments for any future flights you'd like to see on the channel, and I will see you for the next available flight tomorrow at some point. So stay safe, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.